What's happening, guys? I'm back on the immigration bench. Today we're covering proof of funds. It's just me today. There's no Nebe, so I'm not going to do the whole Saturday thing because she does it best, but it actually is a Saturday, so it's Saturday, but it's not the same. It's just not the same without Nebe. So anyway, real quick, guys, I just want to cover proof of funds. I've been talking to some people in the comments section, and I don't want to leave you guys hanging. Shout out to YouTube user Limitless Vision. I see you, bro. All the best with your application. Hope to see you here soon. So yeah, proof of funds, guys. This is what the Canadian government wants when they request proof of funds, okay? So when you do express entry, the Canadian government wants to know that you have enough funds to take care of yourself and your dependents. Now, it doesn't matter whether they're coming with you or not. You just have to show that you can support them, because obviously you're the one supporting them. So if you only show money for 2 people and you have 3 kids, who's supporting your kids? Okay, so when you're calculating how much money you need, oh, the mail's here. When you're calculating how much money you need, you have to factor in your dependents even if they're not coming with you, okay? The amount of money you need is on the Canadian immigration website. I've put a link in the description section of proof of funds because it's a table, so it depends on how many of you are coming. So just check that out so that you see how much you need. That has recently been updated. So those are the live figures, and they're always, if they update it, they'll let you know, okay? So that's how much money you need, okay? Now, when you do your proof of funds, you need to prove that the money is yours. The money can be accessed by you at any time, and you do not need to pay back that money, okay? So it cannot be a loan. It cannot be assets. Like, you can't say that I have a house that's worth this much, so technically I do have that much. That's not it. They want money that is readily available to you in your account instantly as we speak, okay? At the time of the application and upon the time of receiving your permanent residency, okay? Now, as the website says, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to get a bank letter from your financial institution that explains, okay? It's going to, when you tell them you want a bank letter for immigration purposes, banks usually have a structure, okay? So it says it's got your account number and your balance, okay? Now, Canadian immigration has a certain structure that they want, okay? They want this letter to show your account number, to show your balance, and to the letter should also include the fact that the funds are readily available and are not attached to any liens, debts, loans, or anything like that, okay? Now, what this means is you basically have to have the money on tap in your account when you do your proof of funds, okay? The added stipulation is they want to see a history for about 6 months, okay? Now, why they want this money to be in your account for about 6 months is that is their way of filtering. They can't have you just ask your friend for $15,000, put it in your account, get a bank letter, and then take the money back, you know? So what they want is then they want statements to show that these funds have been semi-existent, okay? So if they see an influx of maybe you got 15,000 in your account, but maybe 2 months ago you got 10,000 deposited, they're kind of like, okay, so what was this 10,000 for? Because that's a big amount of money. But if you have $15,000 and in the past 6 months, you know, you've gradually been putting 1,000 aside, 500 aside or something, you had a balance of like 12,000 before, then that makes sense to them. So that's basically how they're gonna filter this out, okay? Alright, guys, so the only other way around having to submit your statements is if you were gifted the money. Obviously, if your parent gave you the money, then it wouldn't have been in your account for that long. But what you now need is that is considered a gift deed, okay? So you now need documentation from your parent stating that they have given you the money. They do not expect you to pay the money back. It is your money and they are okay with giving it to you, and they are that's basically it. They just have to prove that the money that is in your bank they have given to you and they're not expecting it back. Now, this letter is not only a signed affidavit, it is actually like a notarized document, okay? They actually require a notarized seal. So you might actually have to go to a law firm, practicing law firm, with your parent to witness and then sign this document just so that it's verified and is admissible basically as a legal document, okay? So that's basically proof of funds, guys. A lot of people ask about the issue of how much money you have to bring. If you bring more than $10,000, Canadian government wants you to declare it, okay? But obviously you don't need to bring $10,000 if you have an account. You can just move it. Like, it's a bit risky to bring that much cash. But, to start off with, a safe figure would be in the 3,000 to 4,000s. And then you still have your money in the account, okay? So the other thing is, from personal experience, a lot of people have asked if they actually ask to see proof of funds again at the border. And upon landing, we were not asked. And from what we had researched, I was pretty faithful about it, but Nebe was a bit hesitant. From what we read, I have not read of anyone who was actually asked to show proof of funds upon landing. So most of the cases that we read before we came said they were never asked, and then when we came, we were never asked. They asked us how much money we had. They didn't even ask to see it. They just asked us. We told them. They wrote it down on on the immigration papers, and that was it. So proof of funds is really for your application phase, guys. I hope that helps. There are ways that you can try and find to get some people to help you. I don't know, like, if you can at least keep the money in there and then give it back, but it shows a 6-month history, then do it, guys. I mean, it's totally worth it, because what's going to happen is they're going to take it and they're going to take your application, see your proof of funds, see your statements, and they're not going to ask any questions. That being said, I am not saying that you should find a dodgy way to do it, because I cannot speak for immigration. Other people have spoken about whether they do check with your financial institution. I cannot attest to that, to whether they did call and ask whether the funds were actually there. But if they had, the funds were there. But the thing is, you actually, other people were talking about they don't have the permission to ask that kind of thing. Banks can't disclose that to them. But when you sign your application, there's actually a lot of fine print about your privacy statements and what information they can gather. And I'm pretty sure in that statement, you actually give them permission to do that research, to ask your bank for that kind of information if the need arises, okay? So definitely, guys, I can say they don't check in every situation, but it's as long as the situation doesn't seem dodgy, they don't have to look deeper into it. So just try and make it as legit as you can. Just go by the guidelines. The forum, again, guys, has so much help. There is so much there about proof of funds. Lots of help there. I even met people from here before we moved here, from Zimbabwe, just through the forum, just talking to them. There's Zimbos there. They're people from all over the country, people from all over the world. So don't be strangers, guys. Join the forum, sign in, create an account, be active. That's all you need to do, and you will get all this information in even more detail. Okay, guys, I hope that proof of funds vlog helped. If I did leave anything out, definitely I will cover it when we do the second part of the immigration vlog with Nebe. I just wanted to put more detail to proof of funds now, so that maybe, because there'll be lots of topics when we do the immigration ones, so I didn't want to, expand on it in there. So here's proof of funds separate. We'll do a few other separate ones that need more detail, but other than that, that should be all you need, guys. So yeah, hope you have an awesome Saturday. As usual, guys, don't forget, I'm terrible at this. Nebe does the sign outs. Okay, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. This is so hard. And yeah, leave a comment. Like, we communicate, guys. Like, I've been talking to guys who are thinking of immigrating as well through express entry. We are more than happy to help. Leave a comment, ask questions. We will answer as soon as we physically can, and we'll probably do a video about it, because you know, it's part of the struggle. We all got to help each other out. Okay, guys, so yep, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, until next time, guys, this is Keith out.